We have with us Chris from Microsoft. Chris, tell us your full name and who you are and what you do.
Sure. So my name is Chris Bernard, and I'm a startup evangelist for Microsoft. And I work with startups all over the central United States and student entrepreneurs and anybody that wants to build something.
Great. And when you work with them, what do you do?
Well, there's a couple of things that we do. First and foremost, as someone that loves startups and as someone that works for a technology company, we just want to help people be successful. So if that comes down to talking about business strategy, talking about design with my design background, or just making people aware of the programs that we have for students and for startups and everybody else, it can vary. So
great. Is there a place that Microsoft, they can go, an online site to find out more what you're doing?
Sure. One of the easiest things to do is just go to your favorite search engine. Mine is Bing. And you can just go to Microsoft.com/BizSpark. You can look at a lot of programs that we have for entrepreneurs. BizSpark is a program that can give you visibility and access to software and support. We also have a group called Microsoft Ventures, which helps startups sometimes with investments, sometimes with pairing up with our accelerators and our innovation labs that we have all over the world. And you can find that just by going to Microsoft.com/Microsoft Ventures.
That's great. You got a lead there, guys.
Yep.
So I happen to know, Chris, that you've been at South by many, many years.
I have.
So what's your feeling of South by this year and the vibe on entrepreneurship and innovation?
Sure. So I think South by, it's always been for technologists. And I think there's always been a natural overlap of gaming and film historically. And, we can talk about all the tropes about, it's not how good it used to be. And I suppose, for those of us who have been going for a long time, it's changed a lot. And I think the things that are really important to keep in mind is if you've ever met anybody that's never been to South by, the first one they go to is still amazing. That's still true. There's still magic that goes on here. And I think in the case of entrepreneurs and people that want to build things, this is the center of the universe. And I would say now more than ever, it is the one place you can go in all the world to meet these amazing people and have these amazing experiences. And I would say if maybe some of the intimacy is gone, just the potential, especially if you're an entrepreneur, is just enormous today.
Potential is enormous. Someone said earlier today that they felt that South by 2014 was the intentional South by. People were not just coming to see it, but they had intentions about what they wanted to get out of that.
I can speak for myself personally where that's true. I kind of treat South by as a conference. It's like going to war, and I plan for it for weeks, and I think about what I'm going to bring and what I'm going to do and what I'm going to recommend other people do. So I definitely think that's true, but I think, already I think the theme, there's always themes that emerge every year, and I really think the themes that are emerging right now is when we talk about a free democracy in a capitalistic society, what are the constraints and controls that we want around us? Right. And what's that balance in democracy? And that's clearly a theme you see already. You saw that with Schmidt yesterday, you saw it with Julian Assange this morning. Right. I'm sure we're going to see it with Snowden. And these are things as entrepreneurs, especially people that are building business, if we live in a society where there's no trust about our government and what they do, it has a huge impact on us as we build businesses and want people to trust us. So I think probably for entrepreneurs, that's the number one theme that's going to come out of South by this year. It's only Saturday, so we have to see, but that's what I feel so far.
That's great. Microsoft has been a great participant, a great supporter in South by, but more importantly of entrepreneurs. I know personally, Chris Bernard here has worked with entrepreneurs all over the country. I've been privileged to see the excellent support, advice, guidance, strategy, connections he's given them. If there's one piece of information you want to share with the entrepreneurs here today that they should learn from this last 12 months experience or looking forward for the next 12 months, what would that be?
Gosh, that is a tough question. And these are probably things that other people say, and I'm going to say the same things because they're true, but it's don't wait. There's nothing holding you back, and it's not like you have to get everything lined up perfectly like someone with a mild OCD order like I have, and just build and go and get feedback. And I would say probably the number one piece of advice is if you have a great idea, definitely get it out there and let people tell you if they think it's a great idea or not. Get feedback on it and see what the product fit is. We've historically had to spend a lot of time and money building these things before we could bring them out. We have the opportunity to move faster than ever now. And fast is important not because you want to be sloppy, but because you can just get feedback.
there you have it. Chris Bernard, Microsoft. Just go do it. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.